On everybody, this is Bull Run Crypto, and today we're going to talk about real world assets, RWA. We're going to give you 5 coins for you to add to your radar. There are a lot of different RWAs that you could consider RWA projects out there, but we're really going to zero in on some of the top tier ones, and then we're going to go down the list a bit to give you some maybe some lottery ticket or maybe hit it bigs, right, where you can make bigger gains. You know, right now we've got some that are in the top 20, top 50. So the ones that are outside of the top 500, if we can get you one of those, that one might be of interest, right? That's why we make these videos, to give you a wide variety. So let's go ahead and get into this. If you're new here, you can always subscribe. But real world assets, so they're tangible physical assets, okay, with intrinsic value in the traditional economy. So what are some physical assets that you would consider an RWA? Real estate. You got residential, commercial properties, land. Commodities, gold, silver, oil, agricultural products. Art and collectibles, paintings, sculptures, rare items, antiques. We've seen that already, right? With NFTs. Okay, you got financial assets. You got receivables and invoices, future cash flows from business operations going on chain, loans and mortgages going on chain. How exciting is this, right? It's taking all that we've gone through with the market and finally finding some real world use cases for real world assets, okay? And if you don't think this is something that's really hot right now, let me just show you something from Larry Fink from BlackRock. So he says, so BlackRock CEO, that's Larry Fink, wants SEC to rapidly approve tokenization of bonds, stocks, and yeah, so that's kind of big, right? ETFs. He's the world's largest fund manager. And here he is right here saying he bets that tokenization will be 100 times bigger than Bitcoin. Okay, so this has got some real interesting tone to it coming from Larry Fink, the largest asset manager in the world. Even right here, you can see he said, Fink sees tokenization of financial assets as the next step. And if you watch this video on Bloomberg television that's over a year old, he's basically saying, like, this is what people want. People want these kind of products, and his job is to give people what they want, right? So he's saying it's not just him that is trying to push for this. This is what's going to make it easier for people to invest in these financial products. And he says it's of importance for the financial technology, tokenization of real world assets to happen. So quite exciting. Let's get into this list right here, right now. Smash up the likes if you're excited. But here you can see, very first one, Ondo. Now, Ondo is, people say this thing could really, really do big things. Right now, it's currently sitting at a $4 billion market cap. If this product, this avenue right here, gets picked up as the one that gets used for real world assets, that's going to be huge. Or if something happens where Ondo is facilitating it, whoever they're working with, I mean, we're all kind of waiting for a cryptocurrency project to take this on in the real world, right? This is what we haven't really seen from the crypto market for the last 10 years. But if Ondo can pull that off, I mean, we're looking at a possible, I mean, it could be $100 billion market cap quickly, okay? So that gives you an idea of where we think this thing could go. But it's gonna take the adoption. It's gonna have to be, you know, really picked up and used. What we've seen typically happen is they take the best that Ondo has and then they apply it to BlackRock or iShares or something like that, right? But Ondo is a really interesting project. You can see new era of financial inclusivity on chain, which is what we were just talking about. So they want to bring on-chain institutional grade financial products and services. This is what's interesting about them, right? This right here, that's BlackRock. Hello, bring on BlackRock. Okay, they've been featured Wall Street Journal, United States Federal Reserve. I mean, the technology is needed. Whether or not Ondo Foundation ends up being the one who delivers, that's what we're waiting on. That's what we're betting on, right? So I would say right now, if you're big on RWAs, Ondo Foundation, Ondo, that's got to be in your portfolio or on the radar. at some point, I would say, if you're big on crypto RWA. Okay, I think pretty much all you already have it. So now we have Plume, right? $284 million market cap. You can see right here. Actually, getting your hands on Plume isn't as easy as getting your hands on Ondo, but you can get it on KuCoin, Bitmart. It seems like Bitmart's a decent avenue to go down. I think you can also get it on Coinbase, the wallet. So you can always use Uniswap. That's another way to get it. But let's take a look at Plume. We've actually made a full video on Plume. If you guys want to check our video out, I'll put a link below. The public blockchain of RWA, tokenized real world assets. You can see they're trying to do what Ondo's doing, and they're a little baby brother to what Ondo is doing. I mean, they're not quite there yet, right? It's like, but they could be. So Plume sitting at 284 million market cap compared to Ondo at 4 billion. What if these guys end up, at least catching Ondo's market cap? If Ondo goes to 20 or 40 billion in a bull run cycle, Ondo goes to 4 billion. I mean, that's that's about a 20x right there. So 14 cents, going 20x from here. Anything's possible, guys. This is just the way that we're approaching it. Not professional financial advice, of course, because this is not ever going to be professional financial advice. But let's take a look at the next one here. We have Clearpool. So Clearpool is a very interesting project. It's just about a $200 billion market cap. You could see we've got some room to grow. If it's gonna move, it's at 248 in the cryptocurrency market, number 248. So this is more of a mid cap here. The first decentralized credit marketplace. So we talked about that in the ChatGPT, right? We talked about it where we were talking about right here, loans and mortgages, debt instruments. And what do we have right here? We have Clearpool doing first decentralized credit marketplace. Okay? Come on their website, take a look at it. It says testnet live here. You got the app. See, the thing is, are these guys going to be the ones that BlackRock and Fidelity and all those guys use? That's what we're waiting on. But I mean, if that did get picked, if one of these projects got picked up, that's going to be huge for them. Then we have Polytrade, 914, super low capper. I mean, look at the price action on this over the last month, 17 million. I mean, you'd almost think like it might just be worth it just to have it in your bag in case real world asset gets picked up. I mean, everyone's talking about real world assets. They talk about AI agents, meme coins, GameFi. I mean, PayFi's coming up. I mean, there's so many different categories to explore, but Polytrade, low capper right here. Let's take a look at these guys right here. So you could see the home of RWAs, find, buy, trade, and leverage across 10 plus chains, and 5,000 RWAs on the largest RWA marketplace. Partner with MasterCard. All right, so this, again, I would say these guys look more impressive for their website looks more impressive than the other ones, right? So if websites were talking, I'd say this one seems to have the edge, right? Super low cap. And look at the founders are right there. They're ready to let them be known. I mean, that's a big thing, right? When the founder is there and they're willing to show their face. A lot of these crypto projects, they don't have the tenacity to do that. Now we have Mantra Ohm. This one's got a high market cap, 7 billion. Okay, Mantra DAO. I mean, it's come up out of nowhere, really, and it's just coming in hard. Bringing the world's financial ecosystem on chain. This is what that Larry Fink wants. This is what he's talking about. Mantra is proposed, built RWA layer 1 blockchain compatible of adherence to real world regulatory requirements. You can start building right here. You got for builders, for traders, for institutions. So they've already got a whole toolkit ready to go for people to start using their products. So it'll be interesting to see what ends up coming of Mantra, but they're definitely the highest one on the list. So you could see we went through a whole range from Ondo to Mantra to Plume. You know, it's going to be interesting to see. And even if you go to the real world assets category here, they're calling Chainlink, Avalanche, Hedera. You know, they call those real world assets, RWAs. But the thing is, Chainlink's been called pretty much everything, whether it was an Oracle, I mean, it's an RWA. It's like Chainlink just keeps getting lumped in with all this stuff. Same with Hedera. They're kind of like Cardano, I guess you could say. Like, they just kind of go where the wind blows them, and they're like, yeah, that's what we do. Okay, this is what we do. But Chainlink, they're calling it a RWA. So if you guys hold Chainlink, you know what's going on with Chainlink. It's been running sideways for way too long, and it does a lot of stuff. I mean, Chainlink is a major player, and it's the number 11 crypto for good reason. So anyways, Algorand on the list as well for those of you who hold Algorand. I mean, we're still trying to figure out what exactly Algorand's doing, but you know, they're a whole blockchain all in of themselves, kind of like Hedera or Avalanche. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And if you guys enjoy this video, we'll see you on the next one.